You'll be whatever you want. A knight in shining armor, or a magic spellcaster. Roll the dice, hoping for a 20 might get the one. The clash of grids can turn the tide of the battle. The dungeon master has saved the tale for us. Let's start this journey together. Ignite the fire and cast your spell. Trust your swords straight into your foes. We have the strength to overcome all the challenges ahead. Embark on adventures, endless journey beyond reality, into the darkest dungeon that waiting for us. Pushing forward and level up. We finish what we have started. Lots of it.
Hi, welcome to Clash Crits. I'm your host, Dungeon Master C.O.K, and today we are with just Chappie and also Kuma because today Drop a Crit is a bitch.
Bitch. And that's coming from me. Bitch.
Yes, it's coming from Chappie, and you know he knows everything about being a bitch on this podcast.
Apparently.
He's a bitch. It comes from Cletus too.
Hey. Don't you dare put my name in that.
Yeah, so unfortunately Drop a Crit's missed today, but it gave us a little bit of a free form time to come to do something that we've been talking about for a while. So we bounced the idea back and forth of doing a tale, doing a small story with King the Kobold, Babidi's father. It was teased a little bit in the Panic at Worm's Keep, where the King and his adventuring party, and we decided to do an actual little story for it. And we thought it'd be fitting, since this story is about a kobold, we have decided to use Kobold Press's new game system, Tales of the Valiant. But yes, I've been following Black Flag since the beginning, and I'm really excited because I am loving the TOV system overall. So I think we'll hop into it, and then you guys can get to introducing your characters. Are you all cool with that?
Cool. I just have one question beforehand.
Sure.
Is King related to or not related to Rice Tempest's mom?
Good question.
Yeah, because you know how like
my god, this shit goes.
Nox and Yembo are like full
Pure
dragon.
Yeah.
But like Rice is half kobold. So
Explains a lot.
yeah. Is he the first enameled kobold?
Rice is not half kobold. It was not half kobold.
So that's just something that Nox made up and Yembo believed it as he grew up?
Yes.
Yep, it's Nox's fault.
Even though I don't think any of that was actually conversed as characters. That was all like late night traffic talk.
So subscribe to our Patreon so you can hear us talk shit more than usual.
That's why your mother was a kobold.
Okay, so this is the time for another story and another tale. We will rewind roughly 30 years as we pan to a ship sailing towards a coast. As on the top of the crow's nest, you see a young king. He's about 3'5", 80 pounds at the moment. He is half asleep hanging off the crow's nest till he wakes up, snaps to, and like he grabs a telescope and peeps out as he can see a large island ahead. And you see him get super excited, fumble with his equipment, and try putting on as he slides down the crow's nest all the way to the deck as he would then crash land with
Jag Bloodarm, codenamed Bishop, a 93-year-old dwarf. He is 4'8", 200 pounds. He has grayish skin and piercing green eyes. He has a long, black, dreaded beard and a mullet that is buzzed up top and braided in the back. He travels along with his oversized English mastiff named Pawn. He carries 2 ceremonial longswords. that are meant to be buried with him. His grandfather once died and was revived by the clerics. He claimed that the material world wasn't important and that their true purpose was in the war of the afterlife. His family dedicated their life to arming the dead. He left home at age 40 because he knew his entire life would be wasted preparing for the afterlife, and he would not enjoy the life that he had now. After he heard of his grandfather's death, he made his return and met a brother that he would have for life.
Dallas Bloodarm, 33-year-old orc. He stands 6 feet tall, 255 pounds. He's heavily armored with orange-tinted skin. The armor is intricate, almost like ceremonial armor, with dwarven runes and sigils symbolizing death all around it. Knight is rocking a large, as he can, beard with skulls and hammers intricately woven throughout. His hair is tightly braided and pulled into a top knot with bands of gold and silver. He also dons a shield with a very deep gash forged into it by design.
Bishop, you are walking across the deck, and next you know you hear commotion, and you immediately crash on top of you. It is King. He goes like rah, 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 as he crashed right on top of you as you both fell to the ground. As Knight, you see this happen as you would be approaching, helping both of them up.
King, you'd think by now that you'd understand you don't have wings.
Land over there, land.
Yeah, no, you landed on top of me.
No, land. We see land. Talford, the islands, the land.
Oh,
Rock.
King, you could have just yelled that out.
What?
We would have heard you.
Oh.
It's okay, bud.
We could also see it.
I didn't see it.
Oh, brother, look.
I'm like, I point
The railings on the
I point
ship
to
are-
the edge of the ship, and I'm just like, you see, there's no gaps where the railing is at. I would have to climb on this crate to see.
Yes, just right on pawn.
Oh, yes. Pawn!
As Paul.
Yes. Do we have a napkin? King?
No, use 9.
Actually, hold on. Let me check in my... Here, hold my flap. As he like breaks off a piece of his armor and hands it to you.
You
And
hand
he
it
goes
to
through
me.
like a little satchel. It's like pink and purple and like real shiny for no reason. As he pulls out a handkerchief that has our family sigil on it.
Oh, yes. I grab that. You see that I take it and I tie it around Pawn's neck, kind of like a... just like a...
Just a scarf, like
a scarf,
yeah.
or whatever, so that I could just grab it when I need to and just
And
like wipe his
Yeah.
mouth.
He goes, you wipe it, yeah.
That's okay, Pawn.
Brother, my armor?
You gave that to me?
What it's
I'm
in your
just
ha-
kidding. You see, I handed it over.
As you see, there is a strap missing. As you see King's running off with the strap, you're like, ha ha ha! Look what I got! Look what I got!
I love King, but and you see, I go in my bag and I just pull out like a candy cane and give it to you. He'll pretty much trade for whatever.
Hey, King!
As he turns around with like a strap.
Look at this pineapple candy cane.
Oh, fuck you, Rook! As he rushes back to you. As you see, like, the Warforged Rook, who's the one, like, manning the ship. As he turns around, he's just like, okay, whatever, and, like, shakes his head like I didn't even know what you were talking about to begin with.
As I hold the candy cane very high above King's head, I'm like, give me the strap. Or this is going to go into the ocean.
He hands you the strap.
I drop the candy cane.
As he catches it in his mouth.
There was a wrapper on. It's fine. it's fine.
As you hear a feminine voice from behind you guys, like, are you all done messing around?
Oh yes.
Look who's finally awake.
No need to. You know, we don't want to bother you, Your Highness.
Ha 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 ha. Have we found land yet, it seems?
Yes, we're just waiting to escort you, Your Highness.
Yes,
Cheeky
Queen.
as always.
She likes me better than you, King.
I doubt that.
I like As you see him like hiccup like the candy cane and like burp out a little flame like. What are we talking about?
What type is
What is what?
Huh?
Huh? What'd you say?
There's land.
Land! Rook! Ha! You're gonna make me my sword! As he rushes back to Rook and starts fucking with Rook as Rook is trying to get to the port.
You think they sell medication to help with his focus?
No.
Could you make medication to help with his focus?
Could I? No, brother.
As Queen says, it just comes with age. From with these kobolds, they barely live past 15.
How old is he again?
20s, I think. I think he's in his 20s.
So he should know by now.
Oh, no. I mean, they may barely pass 15, but they're still not even, like, remotely adept in anything till probably in their 30s.
Yeah. I mean, the family thinks the same way of me.
I'm aware.
They're like, oh, look at him. He doesn't know what he's doing. He doesn't know anything that's going on in the room.
Yes, and they think of me and they make me do all the important stuff because I'm of age.
Yes. Yes, you are, older brother.
Queen's like, wait, as it, you know,
You know well that maturity is different.
sure. You
I get on 1D. Long ago, the elders came up with rules about age. I can't explain it, but somehow, if you calculate it the right way, he is the older brother.
She goes, yes, I understand the concept, but it's flawed. You've been out in the world since you were, what?
40.
40? So you've been out in the world for 50 years? Right?
Yes. Yeah. 53 exactly.
Well, whatever you choose for your dynamic to be, that is up to you two. Either way, it seems like we're finally at the Teleforged Islands.
Ah, yeah. Wonder what fun things we can do here.
Well, Rook says that this is where we're going to be able to get this Arcanite that King has been pestering him about for the past, what, like year?
Yes, but I assume it's going to be pretty quick to get it. I mean, Rook kind of overthinks things a lot.
And you hear like, I heard that!
I bet you did!
Look, I don't overthink, I just make sure that I know every single possible scenario that's going to come out, okay? There's a complete difference.
Yeah, but...
Please tell me what they are.
The difference is, overthinking is thinking about things that are absolutely unnecessary. Understanding every scenario is necessary because you need to be ready for every scenario.
Yeah, but the way I see it is, we're buying something from your hometown to make something.
Yes.
Yeah, so like there's so much time to go do fun things.
But we have to plan just in case a Leviathan came out through the water, or if for whatever reason the Teleforged Islands declares themselves an independent country completely against the Dragon Coast. Those are things that you have to be wary of.
Yes, I've been over the rule book.
I look at the still water, and then I look up and see the Teleforged flags are still up. And I'm just like, well, a percentage of that is already cut off for your paranoia. So
It's not paranoia if it's a possibility.
well, I mean, but it didn't happen.
It still might. We still have a trip back. And the Teleforge could be conversing about becoming an independent isle right now.
But then we'd be okay because we're with you, who is a citizen.
No, that's not exactly how that works.
No?
No. Just because I am a Warforged and I'm from here doesn't mean that everything around me has some form of immunity.
But I mean, it should work that way, at least somewhat.
Why?
Because, I mean, my brother is allowed to go into the mountains.
Yeah, but it's still part of the Dragon Coast. It has nothing to do with...
Oh, no, that's private property.
Sure, but it's still a part of the same country.
I look forward to the rule changes every day. You have the book of infinite writing. You update it constantly.
Look, my village is not far from...
How many steps exactly?
From the point. It is exactly... As you see, it looks like he's like doing math in his head as like King's like trying to fuck with something as he's just like pushing King off as he's like doing some math in his head. It will take us exactly a 2-hour pace, and if we're going at my pace, that is going to be roughly 15,000 steps.
Then who is going to carry King?
Why does anybody need to carry?
Because his pace and our pace are different.
He can catch up.
Did you hear that, King?
He's like, I'm faster. I'm faster than everybody. What does it matter?
Which one of us is gonna carry Queen? I mean, I'll do it if nobody else wants to, but
Then you hear like, please quit acting like like it's an obligation for you when you volunteer immediately.
I mean, if nobody else is gonna do it and you need it, I'm always there.
Or if you want to, view things from a higher standpoint, I will carry you.
Or I can go to an enterprise and rent a vehicle.
Actually, I have a horse as I snap my fingers and cast summon
Your ritual
speed.
cast.
Actually, I have a pawn.
That drools. Horses do not drool, brother.
But he's cute. He's ugly cute.
Pawn
Ponchu
immediately
pawn.
bites the throat of your fucking steed because you said because he's not cute.
As my steed goes, I push its body overboard. And then I take Pawn's dog food and also throw it overboard. As Pawn jumps into the ocean, which we're right by the shore anyway.
Joke's on you. He hasn't been eating any of that dog food. He sits at the table with me when you walk out the room.
As I pull a bow out of my backpack.
As the ship starts actually porting into the Talaforge Isles. Now, the Isles have a lot of different ports surrounding the islands. The one that you guys are going to is a very rural, very quiet one. It looks like there's just an actual couple of docks in general. It looks like there's just a handful of people manning it as it leads into a trail of forests. Now, this is really my first time actually explaining the Talaforge Isles. So, for the listeners, the Talaforge Isles are islands that the Dragon Lord Exoid Talus, who was a Warforged, went to go take over after the Sword Coast had become the Dragon Coast. Now, with some higher power magic that he definitely got from a fucking deck of many things, he essentially created a safe haven and a actual civilization for Warforgers to actually be grown and raised and treated properly, as he...
And he was very clear from the beginning with the Dominant Lord. He's like, hey, we win this war, this is what I want.
Yes. As he converted the Isles to the Talaforge Isles, as it is now essentially where the Warforged are created, grown, so on and so forth. This is where Warforged come from in this world, as he is the Lord of the Isles. As the Isles in general is very archipelago islands mixed with metal. Best way to describe it. So even creatures, even beasts and everything like that, are partially Warforged.
Oh, that's sick.
He created entire habitats that it is Warforged-like. So there's things that are organic and inorganic within everything, even trees, beasts, so on and so forth. And that is what compounded a material that you guys are here to get called Arcanite. As you guys have heard it previously in the main campaign, it's in here and then in Dragon's Pike, where the that kind of mineral is found to be used. So you dock across these this steel dock as Pawn climbs out of the water into the dock, waiting for you guys as you all start heading off. As the five of you leave your ship and head out onto the dock, as you see that it looks like just a couple of Warforged workers, like sailors and such, setting up your stuff. As it looks like they do know Rook, as he's introducing himself, talking to them, and paying them some of your guys' gold to hold the ship.
Is he our master of coin?
Yes, he is your guys' master of coin. Rook obviously deals with a lot of the numbers and planning of things. Queen is your guys' partial like face. She does a lot of like talking to like newer people when it comes to those kind of things. King is more or less your guys' like muscle that you send out, and then you two.
You would be the healer. Jag, aka Bishop, would be he wouldn't be the actual healer, but he'd be the real healer because he would be the one to try to make sure everybody's happy and enjoying life to their fullest.
So you're the personality hire?
Yeah. I'm like, dog, y'all don't know what I heard. After this, we're fucked. So we better enjoy this while we can.
So then Rook comes back to you guys and he's like, okay, so we got a couple hours travel to my village where we should be able to talk to the chief and we can get some Arcanine, and then I have an old forge there that should be able to make it.
Yeah. You're gonna be fine to walk all that way?
Yes, it's only a couple hours.
Oh, I'm just wondering, I don't know how your knees are these days.
What's wrong with my knees? Do they seem malfunctioning? It's like he's looking at his knees.
Oh, so your ball bearings all right?
I mean, I believe they are quite
no,
well.
No rust?
I thought I heard a weird squeak when we got off the ship.
Where? As he starts moving his body around, as you just end up seeing King. It looks like he's just like he looks like he's pulling some like metal plank off the actual dock, just because it was loose and it's creating that squeaking noise. As Rook is freaking out, spinning around, as King's just like,
Well, I have good news for you.
What?
It's not you.
Oh, thank God.
Just stop moving. Stop moving completely, and you'll still hear the squeak.
As you hear like, as he looks towards King, like, King, would you fucking stop breaking shit?
In his defense, it was already broken.
Yes, it seems like he's removing it so that it's not a safety hazard.
And he's like, yeah, as he then rips up the panel.
Well, I think it's time for us to leave.
Is that still iron?
As you see, as like King's looking at, like, I don't know, it's heavy, but it's wood.
Ironwood?
It's wood?
Is it?
No.
Okay.
Bring it with you. We might be able to scrap it, get something good.
Okay. As you see that he lifts it up, as soon as he starts trying to walk with it, you see the sailors just like pick it up, like, nope, that is ours.
Ah, man.
Hey, that's mine.
No, they.
As you see, he like draws his blade.
I'm like, King, they traded with us.
What? With what?
They showed us the directions we needed to go.
Ow. As you see, he's just like, his body like sags a little bit. He's like, oh.
But look at all those metal fruit trees.
I turn around and I'm like, oh my lord. He was gonna kill those two innocent men.
Yes.
Every day I think he's gonna learn, but I do enjoy how happy he is when he does it, though.
It is a contagious energy, that is for sure.
It is. It almost makes killing okay.
Almost.
Now it's like, we still kill.
Yeah, we kill a lot, but I also unkill a lot.
So you guys spend time trying to corral King back, as like you got him on now, like he's like climbing a tree trying to get shit off, as it takes like an extra half hour of you guys just like letting him tucker himself out for a little while.
By just telling him to do like minuscule tasks.
As you guys are now officially on your way.
Yeah.
As I seen you get on pawn.
Yeah, I'm riding pawn.
Yes. As you get on pawn, you then feel like a lump behind you. As you see, like, because like King's tired, he just starts laying on the back of pawn as pawn's
It is
traveling.
It is a shame you have to walk, Queen.
I mean, Queen, if you, I'll move, or I'll scoot back and you can sit in front of me.
Pawn is already loaded down, brother. I will escort Queen this time.
Well.
You have lost.
I'll give you this one.
You can like just kick King off, like, get the fuck off.
I'll give you this one. It's okay, buddy. I'm going to like the side bag that's on Pawn and pull out like a small little like fleece blanket.
As he just like
And then
snuggles
just throw
on
it right
top.
on King.
As he's like,
As I summon my steed with no throat.
he'd be like,
I swear, bro, as soon as you summon it, Pawn's probably like,
I put a gun right to his head.
Pawn or the steed?
Both. My queen, may I help you up?
Yes, as she grabs your hand, you
I put my hand out so like give her a boost onto the horse.
boost onto the horse as she gets on your steed and starts before you get on starts immediately going.
That is fine. As I hold like the reins and I'm just like walking them, I guess.
Yeah.
if it makes it worse, that's not a steed. It's a tall ass donkey.
I think one ass would recognize another ass.
Yes, I would.
He's like, I'm just gonna accept it.
There's nothing I can do.
He's like gritting his teeth, like, okay, you're gonna keep one up in me, brother.
And every single time when I'm explaining these places and environments, always just think that there's like bits and pieces of like metal infused with anything that you're seeing. Okay. As you guys are traveling through almost like a jungle-like terrain, it's been just about this 2 hours as Rook goes like should be through this clearing. As you guys go through this clearing, as you see, it is this long downtrodden trail that leads into almost like a valley of mountains. It looks like there's this village, this small village that it's like expanded out a little bit. That it's actually they've expanded like their actual housing on the sides of like the mountain.
That's cool.
So at like the bottom of the peak where like the base of the village is, it's spread out started to spread out vertically on the side of the mountain. You guys are a little bit farther away, and though you are, it does look a little run down.
Hey, Rook.
Yeah,
Is that a village that you're familiar with?
that's my town, my home.
It doesn't seem to match the descriptions that you've always given us.
Yes. I mean, we could still get a little bit of RNA, rest in L, but
Yeah, it looks worse than it used to. I hope everyone's okay.
Maybe there were budget cuts.
how much worse? Did you just like
I mean,
talk it up?
No, okay, like it's bigger than it was because they didn't expand out on the walls, but it just, you know what? Let's just go.
Yeah.
Does it look like there's life moving around down there?
It's too far
Okay.
for you guys to tell. For
With the way that Rook is acting, it kind of makes Bishop a little nervous. Can I like keep my eyes peeled, like look around and see if I see anything that's weird or off?
Sure me. Not sure me. Sure.
Sure me.
Sure. Roll me a perception check while you guys are or survival. One of your choice.
I'm gonna go with perception, and that's gonna be, what is that?
It's a base 17.
+7.
I'm gonna go with
24.
survival
That's a 14.
+8.
So 22 and 24.
Yep.
Okay. Bishop, you yourself are paying attention to the village to see if there's things going on in the village. It looks like you're starting to see people as it, from the distance, you can see that there looks like a lot of damage going in the actual village itself.
Mm-hmm.
As with your survival check, Knight, you see that you're looking at like the path that you're going down, as it looks like there's a lot of like broken branches, stomped out grass, almost like some kind of raiding party rush down here. You're even seeing some like it looks like there's like shavings with things being whittled, and you're not even seeing a lot of natural like fauna around.
Okay.
Rook.
Yes.
It looks like there might have been some kind of battle in your village. I mean, if you look closely, you could see a couple of You can see a fair amount of things destroyed, things singed.
There's no fucking way there'd be a battle. No one attacks. Look, let's just go.
No, we need to slow down.
What? Why?
There have been, it seems like some sort of raiding party there's tons of footprints and signs of life coming through here. If you haven't noticed, none of the flora or the fauna looks to be present.
That just means that we should hurry.
Approach with caution, Rook. You of all people need to understand this.
You've always been the one to say don't rush into a trap.
Okay. You know what? You're right. Think of every possibility, right?
Yes.
Okay, so let's just say that there is or was. How should we approach this?
I think if we do move in closer, we don't stay on the road. Maybe stay in the outskirts of the village to get a closer look, figure out what's going on. There may be enemies still there. Enemies of your people.
Okay.
Brother, why don't you use your spell that quiets my armor?
Could possibly help us out.
Because I know, as you love to forget, that you can cast spells throughout the multiverses of even the people that you play that portray you, brother.
That is true. I do seem to teeter more towards the swords than I do spells.
You do not need to tell me.
You go ahead and talk shit to you like this?
I go in.
It's constructive.
I go in the side bag on pawn and start messing through some things, and I throw some herbs in the air and cast Pass Without Trace.
As you hear her go, lovely. I will try to get a better view from the sky, if you don't mind.
Yeah.
As you see that she jumps off the horse and immediately turns into a bird and starts flying.
Have any of you ever been attracted to birds?
No.
As you hear Rook go, because King's still asleep. Mm-hmm. As you hear Rook go, no, not particularly.
Me neither. Me neither.
Eyes down here, brother.
Yes. No, I was that cloud looks like
butthole.
Fat ass.
Okay. As Queen flew ahead, as you guys are slowly approaching down, so that means it's going to be stealth checks.
And we moved away from the road.
Yeah, you're veering off the path. Yes.
Yeah. I have disadvantage and a -1.
Correct.
That's a 3. And that's a 2. It's a 2. Where's the 2 all day?
So it's actually a 11 because it's -1.
Oh, yeah.
Plus 10.
Okay. You're right. Cool.
Okay.
Thank you. Pass Without Trace.
So that's 16 plus 16. Or, okay. 8 plus 16.
24.
So you have a 24 and an 11. King's asleep.
It's probably best we keep him asleep.
Yes.
So you're going to have to roll for pawn.
Yes.
Okay, because King's on top of pawn, so that would be King's.
And pawn has a plus 14, so he'd have a plus 24.
Sure.
So that is 34 for pawn.
Something so big should not be able to walk so softly.
Okay, so since
you see, he get real dry mouth.
Immediately just slurps it all back in.
So since I counted pawn for part of your guys' group check, that is a 2 out of 3 passes.
It's a good thing that pawn has stealth.
Yes, and that King is asleep.
Yes.
It worked out.
So you guys veer off the path as you start inching closer towards the village, as you guys are now in the thickets. As you guys are closer, you are then seeing what looks like villagers, as you know that they're all they all seem to be warforged. Looks like they're taking things out their houses, and it looks like they're taking it into this one building.
Rook, is this some sort of behavior you're familiar with.
No, this is not their... Why is Cairn taking his... He loves that thing. Why would he take that? Why would he take it out? What? As he's just looking like to other people. He's just like, oh, why is she taking this out of her house? Why is he taking that out of his house?
Hey, Rook.
What?
I'm so happy that you're, figuring this out on your own, but you're just saying names that we don't know and asking questions that we don't have answers to. So
It looks like people are taking their valuables and belongings and putting it into the chief's house.
maybe they are trying to keep all the valuables in one place to keep them safe. Or maybe your chief is an asshole and he just robbed all of them.
Exxon would never do that.
Sure. I know a lot of people that wouldn't do things until they did it.
Do we still have eyes on Queen?
Huh?
Do you still have eyes on Queen?
I'd roll perception.
Sure.
With advantage?
Sure.
15.
In the house that everyone's going inside, you see that there is the bird that Queen transformed into on top of the house.
There's I'm pretty sure that's Queen. Very thick bird on top of that house.
Oh, I see.
Yes, it's like Thanksgiving morning.
As I mug you and push your face away. We will wait for her to come back to us and tell us what's going on.
Yes. I'm head in the game.
Yes. You are blinded by hormones.
I just want to bring a non-dwarven woman home to make my mother mad.
You know it will really piss her off.
She will never accept it.
She will not.
And I will be so happy.
You're starting to see this, what looks like this large trailer get moved into the back of the back of this building, as you guys can't see what's going on in there. As then you see the Queen in bird form does finally fly back to you all. She just forms back on top of the steed as sitting. She says, "So I did a little scouting, and it seems they all seem scared, as they were. Looks like they keep on going inside of the things. It seems like the things that they're grabbing has sentimental value or just are valuable of some sort. They didn't really openly communicate. It seems like they're all whispering towards each other. I couldn't really get actual words in. I didn't get into the building, though, to see why they're taking it in there. I did see a trailer, this large trailer get moved in the back. It seems like they're loading things in there.
So it seems like they are planning to move away from this location?
Either they are planning to move or something's making them move these things.
Are these considered valuable things to your people, Rook?
Rook says some of them seem valuable, some of them seem like sentimental value from what he remembers from these people. It's hard for him to define. There are valuables in there, though, for sure.
Because usually when something is raided, they take valuable things. So maybe that is what they are taking. Just everything.
I think this is still mid-raid.
Potentially.
But by what? By who? We shouldn't even have a need for this. This village should never be messed with. No one ever wants to mess with this village.
Maybe you can try to pull one of these people aside and ask them directly, since you're the only familiar face here.
I can try. I'd have to get closer. But
If we do get caught, I can do a fair robot dance.
that's...
Racist.
Yes.
If I have enough ale.
That doesn't make it any less racist.
Maybe it's good because I'm drunk. Maybe it's not that good to others. That wouldn't make them be like, oh, they're normal?
You don't even look like a Warforged.
Neither do you. You look like a friend. See, who's racist now?
As, once again, King is still just like...
Yes, I make sure he's still snuggled.
So, there's two houses that you guys can, creep up towards. The left or right? Which one are you choosing?
Odds left, evens right.
Evens, so right.
Yeah.
Alright, so then I need stealth checks again.
12.
So you had a plus 16.
Mm-hmm.
So that would make it
20.
a 20. And
You want me to roll for?
go ahead, roll for pawn. Okay, so he has a 28. Because you rolled a 4 plus 24.
Yes.
Okay. You guys are able to get it, go towards the back of this house as you open it up. As you open towards the back, as you're in like this back room, it seems like things are getting like moved from the other room, but you do hear like some kind of shuffling and a drop happen. And when like the drop happens, the things that are going on in the other room are like dead quiet. Where like as you hear like this like rough and tumble voice, like, did you hear that? As you guys turn to the right of you, it seems you guys see what looks like a young boy, like an actual human boy. Looks like they dropped something and they were trying to like shuffle and grab it. As like they're like stunned looking at you.
All right. Bishop looks over to his brother and he's like, well, doesn't seem like we can let them catch this boy.
Does seem to be that way, brother.
So I start walking to the direction of the other room.
So you're gonna walk into the other room?
Yep.
Okay.
Queen, take care of the boy.
As like she nods her head.
As I start to be a couple paces behind my brother.
So you both are going into the room. Mm-hmm. Are you bringing Pawn with you?
So Pawn, I'm going to have Pawn stay side by side with Knight for the moment.
Yeah. So if Pawn's gonna be following you, King's on top of Pawn.
Yes.
Still asleep.
I mean, if anything happens, that's the dude we need to wake up. So
Yeah, this is a good couple hour nap. He's gonna have the zoomies like a motherfucker. Mm-hmm. He'd be dragging his ass across our carpet and everything. There ain't no hiding shit when he wakes up.
Is that why y'all been keeping him asleep?
Basically.
So as you start walking in and Bishop starts walking in, then Knight, you immediately follow. As you see, it looks like these... you see what looks like orcs. Like, looks like they're rummaging through this house. One of them turns, and then sees you guys. As you see that he steps back, like, who the hell are you all? As you see that he draws his great axe as he takes a step back. As the other orcs around freeze for a second and looks like they're ready to pounce. As he's staring at you guys as you guys are approaching out the room.
no need for that, brother.
What are you doing here?
Well, I was trying to rest, but
Why are you here?
why are you here? To take things that don't belong to you. I am here to use a house that doesn't belong to me to rest.
Give me a deception check.
That's gonna be a 14 altogether.
You see that he like looks to the other orcs, as you see they all like draw weapons as they all like start moving in like a tight-knit formation.
Never been really a good liar. As I go and draw out both of my long swords, pointing them at each one of them. As I assume like we're kind of like spinning around the room as they're like getting ready to approach me.
Sure.
As I unclasp my
Morningstar
from my belt loop and start swinging it about.
Okay. With that, I think everyone kind of understands what's going to happen right now. As
Yeah, if you would have walked out and said, brother, it would have been working a lot better.
Way better.
A lot better.
Probably would have worked.
Yeah, probably.
Probably wouldn't even have had to roll.
I said brother because you my brother and you a orc.
Yeah, but I'm a dwarf, bitch. Don't put them papers
You're
on
a
me.
dwark.
Yeah, I'm a dwarf.
As I need you guys to roll me initiative.
Initiative.
10 minus 1, it's a 9.
So I got an 18.
Okay, so we're gonna start at the top of the initiative with Bishop. There's 4 orcs in this room right now.
Okay. So, choose one. One of them that's next to me.
Okay.
And you see I'm going to spin around and go and slash with my first attack
Okay. Roll
against this orc.
to attack.
Okay. That is going to be 8 plus 7.
Okay, 15 hits.
Yeah. And then second attack I'll roll damage together because I'm going to the same one. Check. That is a 2
Plus 7.
plus 7.
So that would be a 9,
miss.
which misses.
And then I am going to bonus action and do my offhand for my 2-weapon fighting. That is a 17 base.
Okay, which would hit. Isn't there a fighting style that lets you do your bonus action twice? Give me 1 second, because isn't that the whole point of?
Oh yeah, because I have martial action quick strike.
Yes.
Yeah, so I do it twice.
So in Tales of the Valiant, for listeners, they've given extra abilities to martial classes to like these fighting styles, and one of them they've upgraded how dual wielding works. And there's an ability called Quick Strike, which if you spend your bonus action for an offhand attack, you get to make 2 attacks, almost like a flurry of blows.
Mm-hmm. So we'll go ahead and see. That would be a base 11 plus 7.
So 3 out of the 4 attacks hit.
Yep. So that is. So the first one is going to be 7 damage.
Okay.
Then 9 damage. 10 damage.
7 plus 9 plus 10?
Yes.
Okay. You immediately rush up as you strike this orc once, as you hit their chest, as you do one more swipe as they spin around, and you were able to pivot to the side and do a cross slash right at their back as they drop to the ground.
You see, it would have been a lot easier if we just had a conversation, brothers.
As it would then be Knight's turn.
All right. As you see, Knight reaches into his pocket and he pulls out these little stone carved figurines as he rolls them in his hand and he throws them at the ground. I'm going to cast a 3rd level Spirit Guardians,
Okay.
which in this game they're called spell circles.
Correct. So you're using a 3rd level spell circle
Yep.
to cast the spell Spirit Guardians.
Correct.
Is there anything you're doing for your bonus action?
My bonus action, no.
Okay. So the other 3 are gonna go next. So I'm just gonna roll their DCs. What's your wisdom save?
It is, I want to say it is 16.
1 passes,
1 passes, okay.
and they take half damage, right?
Yep.
Okay. So go ahead, roll me 3d8.
3, 4,
So that's 7,
4.
11. So 2 of them take 11. 1 of them takes 5. So explain to me your Spirit Guardians.
So the little figures that I pulled out of my pocket, little dwarven stone dolls. My grandfather gave me these to tap into my true origin.
Tap into your true origin.
Yeah, so my Spirit Guardians are dwarves instead of orcs.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, they immediately don't like that. As you cast Spirit Guardians and you rush to them as they you rush around them to make sure that they're in your aura. As these dwarven spirits start smacking against them, as they are then going to rush it at you.
Woo!
Can I ask you a question? When did he give you those? Was it like he just gave it to you for like a Monday?
You
or
just
some
disappeared.
Shit? That motherfucker gave me a handshake for my birthday.
Well, you were not the prodigal son,
So
nor the firstborn.
So that is a unnatural 20 and then a 21 a hit.
Okay. Right? Yeah.
So you take 14 slashing damage altogether,
Okay.
and I need 2 concentration checks.
Okay. First concentration check. 16.
Okay.
Second one is a 12.
Okay, so you beat the concentration of the first orc attacking you. Second orc that's going to attack you rolls a natural 20 and then a 9. That is going to be 15 damage.
Damn.
And I need another concentration check.
17.
That passes, so your Spirit Guardians is still up. The third one is going to go for Bishop. And that is an 18 and a 19.
Both hit.
That is only 11 HP.
11. Oh man. I stumble back for a second. I'm just like, is this really necessary? I only killed one of them.
these orcs start crashing around as he does not wake up, as King is still sleeping on pawn. As all this crashing and everything is going around, King's still just like... As we would go to the top of the initiative with Bishop.
I would basically spin around and go to the one that just hit me.
Mm-hmm.
We could have just had a conversation. I don't know why we had to go down this route.
'Cause you lied and then you killed my friend.
Yes, but you also were robbing people and probably killing and doing things too.
Well, at least I'm not a liar.
It doesn't look like you wiped your face earlier.
Does not even smell like he wipes his ass.
Yes.
What do I need to wipe my ass for?
Because of this. And I'm going to do all 3 attacks to his ass. So he's bleeding from it.
Technically 4.
Well, yeah, 4. If I hit.
Correct.
So, nat 20.
Okay.
That is going to be a 14.
Mm-hmm.
14.
Okay.
14.
Sure.
So-
they all hit.
Okay. So, the nat 20. 16 damage for the first one. Then it is going to be 10 damage for the second. 10 damage for the third. And 9 damage for the fourth.
So, in this flurry of slashes, you start spinning around, you end up killing 2 of the orcs, and then slashing into one.
Yeah, I crouched down and whispered to the orcs. I'm like, that's what my brother was talking about wiping. Your ass is bleeding.
Good one, brother.
I know, right? If only King was awake to laugh at this.
He would have loved this, brother.
Yes.
As then it would be night. It would be your turn.
So we're going to go ahead and roll a mace strike at this guy. Morningstar. That is 16.
16 hits.
And then I use my bonus action to enact that other ability? Is that what it was?
No, this in Tales of the Valiant, it's free.
Oh, it's free.
It's a free additional attack.
Oh, okay, then I'm going to use my free additional attack. What is it called?
Disciple of War.
Disciple.
So when you take the attack action, you can make an additional weapon attack as part of the same attack action. You could use this feature a number of times equal to your proficiency bonus. You regain all expended uses when you finish a short or long rest.
Oh. Sick. And I'm going to go for my second strike with a 24 to hit.
So they both hit.
So +4. So that'd be 6 for the first hit. 12 for the second hit.
So you would take this Morningstar, swing it really hard right in the stomach, piercing this orc's belly as you go, and then you would crack it in the head as it like gush, splatter, blood splatter, as they dropped it as you guys killed the 4 orcs.
And then I grab my Spirit Guardian rocks and I gather them up and I put them in my pocket.
As like the final orc drops, then it's a loud, and then King's like, Are we there yet?
We've been here.
What? Oh my God, night! Oh my God, night again! Oh my God, night again!
I put my hands over his mouth. Shut up!
Night? As he's looking at you, then he's looking at the other orcs.
I'm not an orc. I am also orange.
It's like he's like, oh yeah, you're right.
They still have the same weird facial structure, though, don't they? I understand where the confusion came from.
I have been cursed ever since I was born. Queen.
That underbite. Oh, that underbite.
It's not my fault, brother.
As the door opens, as you see Queen says, you should all get in here.
Okay.
Yeah, the boy.
He's safe. They are safe.
They?
You should get in here.
Are you going to listen to your highness, brother?
I am loyal to the crown.
Ha! I'm king!
Different crown.
Yes.
So you guys go back into the other room?
Yes.
Yeah.
As you go back into the other room, you then see it is 2 children, and you see this older woman, and they're all human. You see the older woman, it looks like she looks like you could imagine their mother, as it looks like that she has like a sling on her arm now. It definitely looks makeshift. It looks like Queen was nursing to her wounds, as it looks like she has like a couple bandages on her as well.
Okay, so
What's going on here?
isn't this a Warforged village?
As Queen and Rook are about to say something, and then you hear the woman be like, "Yes, it is a Warforged village. It's mainly Warforged, but me and my family stay here."
Okay. It wasn't 100% towards you. I mean, to be honest, if I go off of what I've seen, this is an orc village. Higher percentage of orcs
Brother, shut up.
rather than anything else that I've seen. Orcs and broken things. 2 humans and Rook.
As then Rook looks to you and then looks, "Do you want to tell them what you told us?"
Is there L for this conversation? I'm listening, but I'm looking around.
Typically, my husband is the one who protects this village, but he got called by the Dragon Lord for some business, and he's been away for that business a lot longer than anticipated. Next thing you know, this band of orcs comes rushing through this town out of nowhere. It's almost like they knew what was going on, and everything's being attacked. I tried defending my children. That didn't turn out too well. I haven't been in combat I haven't done any kind of thing like that in a very long time. And now they're taking our things. They locked down the crypt. It has been a massive struggle. These orcs have ran over this area, and I don't know why.
Do you know how many there are?
I do not. There were dozens when they first plowed through, and then we've just been hiding pretty much, trying to make sure that we don't get hurt again.
I see. You're wounded.
Yes, your friend tended to my wounds a little bit. They hurt, but I'm okay.
Brother, did you sustain any injuries?
Yeah, a little, but you know, I could wait if you want to do a personal massage later, Queen. It's up to you.
As Queen goes like, I should probably spend my time focusing on other things than a massage.
I agree.
Oh, I mean, no, I understand. I was saying when professionalism.
As you see, Knight starts hitting dwarven notes.
What do you mean by hidden dwarven notes?
Like
Explain what do you
Like
mean?
when singers be singing,
Okay.
he's hitting them notes, them
Sounds like those fucking monks from Skyrim.
Oh
my God, from Spyro. Fuck
From
off.
Spyro, different monks. As he's gonna cast mass healing word
Okay.
at a 3rd circle divine level,
I'm in the corner. Shoot.
and I'm gonna cast it on me, my brother, and this lady, and these kids if they fucked up,
Okay, sure.
or whoever's
He
damaged.
said they got a couple like scratches, bruises that it'll mend their wounds.
Sick. So it's 1d4 plus my spellcasting ability mod. 2 plus 4, 6.
Everyone heals for 6.
Okay with that.
As you start singing these guttural hymns, these glows happen as like wounds start to close up around on them. And you see like she's actually starting to move her shoulder a little bit more easier. As she looks at you like, thank you very much.
You are welcome. You and your children must go hide.
When the orcs haven't been around, we've talked about possibly all of us trying to escape to the next village, but it's a longer trek. Usually my husband would be here to help protect us, but he still isn't here yet. And I'm afraid that if we leave, he's not going to know what happened.
I mean, I don't know how things really work here. I mean, we hear rumors, but with the way that the government is, there's no way to send message saying that there are orcs taking over Warforged villages.
This village is very isolated comparatively to the rest of them, for good reason, because it's in charge of the crypt. As then Rook goes, like, the crypt is the cavern where it holds all the Arcanites. We are one of the main transporters in the Isles for Arcanites. The reason why we are separated for everything is because this village in general is very low key. Not a lot of people know the location of this village in general. And the more we spread out, then the bigger chance that this village is found.
That makes sense. Well, we are quite the team of capable adventurers. I'm sure we could work something out.
So the woman talks and says, like, if you guys can figure something out, that'd be extremely helpful. Like I said, my husband has never gone this long.
So you're expecting him any day now?
He should have been here. And for whatever reason, he's not. I don't know if it even has something to do with this. It is a godsend that Rook brought you back to us. Like, Rook brought you here.
So, who is your husband?
He is a very low-key person. His name is Nox.
Nox.
Yes. He's an enamel dragon.
That's not low-key at all.
Yeah, nothing about what you were saying is low-key.
Not at all. Has no one told him that...
Wait, your husband is an enamel dragon?
Yes.
I look to the side. I'm like... His stepchild, right?
Children, but yes.
Okay. No, hey.
I've seen weirder things.
Yeah, no. Hey, love is love. This is my brother. He was adopted. He thinks he's a dwarf.
I am a dwarf.
Yeah, by heart.
And by faith.
I don't... Yes.
Yes, that's the only answer. There's no other answer.
Yes. So we're not, those kind of people.
Okay, I wasn't expecting you to be those kind of people.
Has no one told your husband that the war that he is fighting in this lifetime doesn't matter? This is a time for peace. The war is after death.
I'm sure other things are going on. My husband isn't really involved with a lot of things anymore. He's here for the village. And we're here and we stay here because it's quiet, it's peaceful, it's safe. At least it's supposed to be.
So when he leaves, is it something that is known, or
the people of the village know?
Because it seems like something that somebody would ask, like, hey, is that enamel dragon there? No. Okay, then let's go kill everyone and rob everybody before he gets back.
But it's not really... That would imply someone from the village is a part of this. And I don't think anybody, as then Rick goes like, there's no way anybody would be a part of anything like this. This is a massacre for no reason.
Somebody could be a part of it and not even know that they were a part of it.
Either way, that is beside the point now. Can any of the other villagers take up arms?
As you see the woman be like, some of them have, and then they've lost and have been taken and or haven't made it.
Do you know where they've been taken to?
I assume the crypt.
Okay.
It looks like King is messing with some stuff. He's just like, so we're gonna go kill orcs now. Can we go kill orcs so I can get my sword?
Oh, I just wanted to know details. We were going to do that regardless, King. Don't worry.
Yeah, that was happening.
Yes. I was talking about it earlier, how it brings joy to me to see how happy you are when you kill those who get in your way.
You also owe us 4 orcs.
What? Why?
Because you slept through the first 4.
Oh,
you didn't wake me up.
True.
We tried.
Yes, I said, King, as I whispered.
And then you were sawing logs.
Why did you have Pong kick me off, like you usually do?
Because you were comfortable and you looked cute.
So how was that my fault?
Because
so then you owe 4 orcs.
No, you have a fighting spirit. You should have woken up as soon as you smelt fight.
I didn't smell fight. I was asleep.
There was a lot of fight. I smelled fight.
You have lots of training.
It wasn't that much fight. I saw 4 knights dead.
There was a waterfall of blood coming out of an orc's ass. You should have smelled flight or shit.
What are the difference?
Are you ready to kill orcs?
Yes.
Okay, so if you want, take your pick. Those orcs had weapons.
I don't want those weapons. Those are gross axes.
I mean, you could tape it all together. Make one
like
big...
Like a
thing.
Like a thing. Rock!
What if you put all of them handle to handle and you just had one big shuriken axe?
Yes.
Rock, make it! He's like, that does not work. That will not work. It's not gonna, the physics of it alone doesn't even make sense.
You can tape it together like a thing, or you can use a bunch of belts
To make it another thing.
to make it another thing. I've seen it before.
Where have you seen it? As
A
Rukos?
lizard folk.
A lizard folk?
Yes.
Where?
In a
the
show.
In the Teleforge Islands.
You know that one show with the heroes
Section.
in the academy, and that splinter lizard folk
Uh-huh.
with all the weapons that are taped together and use belts to hold it together.
You're an idiot. As King is like, just trying to trying to hold these great axes are the size of him, as he's just like ha ha ha. He's just spinning them around, crashing into things, breaking pictures now, and furniture.
King, these are not your things.
These are broken things.
Now they are broken things.
Oh! The after effect of the attack from the orcs! The orcs broke your stuff, innocent woman and child!
Children, there's two. Remember.
Rin! Child Rin! The king! start dragging him to the corner. Calm your little ass down.
Well, let's go kill stuff.
Okay, but we have to wait for Rook. He's crying.
Why? Who cares?
You don't care?
You should care.
Why? He's got to make stuff. He can cry here. Why we go kill?
But
He's an integral part of our team.
yes, technically he could cry here where we go kill, but
Yeah, but he's here to make the stuff over there to go kill the stuff.
Rook,
Yes.
do you plan to cry here while we go kill, or are you going to come with us?
Cry. What do you mean cry? I'm not crying.
Yes.
If you guys want to go handle the orcs, that's fine.
Oh, but are you coming with us?
I should probably try to stay here and corral this village together.
Yes, yes. Do you need assistance?
I have Queen.
Perfect.
Very unfair, but I like that she's in a safer place.
Yes, she's away from you, brother.
Yes, we shall find a camera.
For what?
4 times after this, don't worry about it. King, let's go!
It's like, ha! As you see that he like pulls his sword and he starts, just rushes out the door.
You see Pond still sitting next to you, looking at you.
Go.
As he starts,
I turn around and I look at them and I just shake my head.
Damn, why you being the Pond like that?
as you guys are just hearing like from outside the village, like, oh my god, he's got a sword! Ah! As you just hear people like screaming, running away.
Fuck. Well, you guys better get your crowd control.
I'm just outside. He won't kill you unless you get in his way! Do not identify as an orc!
Clearly.
As you guys see, like some of these warforged, like they just drop their things, start running away. As like King's just swinging his sword wildly in the center of town for no reason.
As we like run past like a huge group of them, I'm just like, one of you, it's your knee, it's squeaking, chest.
They're like, huh? What?
Whole group of them like, ah.
You guys are making a big commotion in like towards the center. As you hear a voice like, please calm down, everyone. Please calm down. As you see, it looks like this more worn down Warforge that is approaching you guys. As everyone else is like starting to like, they just like have their hands up, all quiet, like calm, trying to relax.
As he said calm down, I actually look around to see that like people are startled. Maybe we should have been clear.
I will kill you!
Well, not them, the orcs.
Are you orcs?
No, they're not orcs. I'll tell you where the orcs are. No need to worry. We're here with an old friend of yours named Rook.
Unless you want to die.
We're here to kill the orcs.
And you if you want.
They don't want. Shut up.
As I put my hand over his mouth again. Shut your little ass up.
Brother, you take over the conversation.
Me?
I usually just get us in trouble when I start talking.
Then you take him. And I throw him at you.
But I'm just trying to hold my arms around his mouth.
Who are you?
My name is Exxon. I am the chief of this village.
Okay. What is going on here? We already know what's going on here.
Okay.
We are here to free you.
As in, you're here to deal with the orc problem.
Correct.
Well, you just missed the last band of them as they took they took some more of our things as they are heading towards the cache, which we call the crypt.
Okay.
Are you all with the Dragon Coast? Are you part of the? You're part of the consortium?
Not at all.
Nah, we're not with any of those organizations. We are with Death and Rook, but Rook is alive.
Right. You said you were with Rook.
Yeah,
They're gathering up the villagers.
yeah. We're not with the consortium.
He's not with the consortium.
Well,
Is Rick with the consortium?
is Rook with the consortium? I let my hand off of King's mouth. Is Rook with the consortium?
He's like, I don't think so.
I put my hand right back over his mouth. Maybe.
As you hear Rook's voice, you're like, that was a long time ago. As he's like approaching, as it seems like he gives like Exxon a hug, the chief, a hug. It's like, it's been a long time since I've been here, but I'm here now.
Is that a cultural thing? Do we all have to hug him?
No, this is like my dad.
Oh,
Oh, it's nice to meet you, Mr. Rook's dad.
yes.
Exxon. Please
Exxon.
call me Exxon.
Mayor Exxon.
Chief.
Chief Mayor Exxon. Huzzah!
Shut up, brother.
Yes, see, that's why I told you to talk.
I apologize for my younger brother.
Yes, and I apologize for the king.
As I put my hands over your mouth while you have your hands over his mouth.
As Exxon goes, it's good to see you, Rook, and I'm glad you've made companions. But what, in general, what brings you to the village? You didn't leave a message or send a message or anything. He's like, it was sudden, but my companion, he requested that I help him build a weapon, and what he wants is only going to be compatible with Arcanite. So we came here to try to acquire some. And you see that there's kind of like a disapproving look on Exxon's face. It's just like, you shouldn't just bring people here over something as trivial as just a singular weapon. But you are here, and it's good that you are here, because if you weren't, we'd be in a lot more trouble.
You see Pawn sits literally right in between Rook and Exxon, and his head is moving back and forth as they continue talking, like he all up in their conversation.
Just, huh? Rook goes, so I met the human woman, and she says that they've been here for a while, and that her husband is not around. As you see Exxon be like, yes, Nox left some time ago. He was called by the Dragon Lord, and he has not been back. He's usually only gone a few days, but it's been about a week and a half now. But this band of orcs, they came 6 days ago, and every day they're coming back and getting more things. They just pretty much took the last of our stuff, and they've been holding themselves up in the crypt. Now we can't even we're not even going to be able to export any Arcanite as long as these orcs are there, and a lot of our defense is tools and such, but they just overpowered us. There was this one where anything that we didn't even work on them. Nothing. No spells, no magic items, nothing. These aren't just regular orcs. There's something going on. Something is driving them. You need to be careful. As Rook then looks at you guys hear that?
Does that unhand you?
Yes, I've heard everything. I didn't hear that you tried to stab them. We could try that.
As I
for
cover
you.
your mouth again, I say, I'm sorry, Your Highness.
I let go of King's mouth.
Like, God, yeah, we kill.
As I put my other hand on King's mouth.
He's like, yes, it is. It's okay. We understand things are high. It's high tension, and everyone's just worried. But if you're able to go deal with our orc problem, that would be wonderful.
Yes, of course. We will deal with your orc problem if you could give us a small amount of Arcanite.
Ale. Oh, Arcanite.
What were you going to ask for?
Ale.
Afterwards.
For the road. On the way there.
We can celebrate, and they're the ones who are holding the Arcanites anyway. So if you can clear them out, that's where your Arcanite's at.
Perfect.
Yes. So we shall spend the next 5 minutes to pregame.
Yes.
Only 5 minutes, don't waste too much time.
Sure.
Then we head to kill all of the orcs in the Talaforge Isles.
In the crypt.
Just in there. Okay.
The bad orcs.
Okay. King, just in there. Not all.
As he points towards Knight again.
Not all. Orange, okay. Well, are any of them orange?
I believe one of them is the one that was invulnerable.
Damn it.
Gassed.
You're gonna have to learn to tell the difference between knights and other orange orcs.
Why do you keep calling me an orc, brother?
Dwarves.
Thank you.
This is getting very confusing for me.
It is not.
As like Queen would then approach, like, the gentleman will take care of it. Me and Rook here will stay and help tend to any wounds and fix anything that we can.
Yes, so if you could just pack us some ale, we'll be on our way.
As Queen goes, you'll get your ale when you come back.
But I need energy.
Well, maybe you shouldn't have spent it all.
You drain it from me.
By your requests.
I don't ask for you to look the way you look. You do that all on your own.
As like she drops her head down. Please.
Don't do that to me. Don't look me in the eye when you say please.
Please, my bishop.
Oh, I am loyal to the queen. I'm loyal to the crown.
She even itemized you, brother. You are hers.
Yes.
My chances are over.
Get your head in the game, King.
As King
Like, bitch, I've been ready to leave.
King shaking like, okay, let's go.
Okay.
Do you want to call your headless steed, or will we walk together?
I assume we will walk together at the same pace.
King will ride upon.
As King's gone.
He will most likely be where the orcs are at.
That is a good assumption.
Yes, let's go.
Okay.
So as we're going, like, I go and I feel like nobody's looking at me. I go and reach in my bag, and I'm just like, so I found these nice little shooters, and it was in that woman's house.
Oh,
I go and hand you one.
Oh, thank you so much.
So we start just taking shots.
As you guys start walking off from the village, as it looks like Rook and Queen are like getting the people together.
Huzzah.
Yes, whoever this dragon is knows his liquor well.
Yes, this is a good vintage.
Yes.
This almost tastes like it came from the ale house. Ale Forge. Oh, this is Ale Forge.
I remember the times going there. It never tastes the same after the greed liches took it over.
Yes, I spent a good amount of my youth, all 4 years of it.
Yes. I remember when I was young, I would go drink tipping.
Ah, yes, great.
Oh, it was so fun.
You'd
run up and you'd sneak up on a drunk Drake and you just tip it.
And then you would collapse its teeth into your mouth.
Yes.
Get
yes.
drunk.
What the fuck?
Yes. Sometimes you just hold on for dear life on the teeth and you smack it on the ass and it runs around the field and you just try to stay there and drink as much ale as you can.
I am too big to ride one.
Yes.
But
an ale can ride you.
That
I mean,
is
a
true.
Drake. An ale. Well, what is the difference?
Brother, have another. Quickly.
as you guys are walking down this like winding path, as it turns into like where you guys are at, even though you guys were at a valley and you guys are going deeper down, it's almost like cliffside to what you guys are
King is
experiencing.
Luffy.
Huh? Oh yeah, sure.
King is 100% Luffy.
As you guys are hearing commotion ahead of you, like around the curve, as you just hear like as you hear like slashing and crashing going on.
I believe that is the king.
Yes, it is.
Yes.
Sounds like he needs his bishop and his knight
More his knight.
and a dog.
Pawn.
Yeah.
Don't look at him like he's not a member and just call him a dog, but then I can't call you an orc.
I am not an orc.
But maybe they don't know that.
But he is a dog. He has a dog license, brother.
So we run around the corner.
As you guys run around the corner, you then see what looks like King's like riding on top of one of the orcs, as like he's riding like with hit, and he has like his like sword stabbed into the orc's chest, like almost like using the pain to like tilt the orc to crash into the another one, as they both like start falling off the cliffside, as all these other orcs are starting to try to circle around him, as you see this large thing like burrow from the wall of the mountains. It looks like this large caterpillar-like, long worm-like creature. As you see, it looks like there is a orc that looks like they're heavily armored on top of it. It looks like it's controlling it at the moment.
What the fuck is that?
As I need, once again, everybody
Initiative.
to roll initiative.
Oh.
9 again.
16.
Bishop, starting with you once again. You see these a handful of orcs surrounding King. As you see, it looks like this large worm-like creature that looks like there's like molten coming from like the wrinkles of the carapace of this thing. As you see, there is this heavily armored dark green orc on top.
Bishop dashes forward as he pulls out both of his swords, going to strike against the worm.
Okay, so you're gonna try to attack the worm directly. Mm-hmm. Okay, go ahead, roll me an attack.
So first attack, as he comes in to try to swing, it is going to be a 23. Then it is going to be an 18 for the second attack. A 23 again. And then the last one would have been a 13. So the 13 wouldn't hit, right?
Correct.
Okay. Yep, 32 damage altogether as he goes in with a rhythm, slashing, then spinning around, slashing again, and then slashing one last time. As he tries to get the last slash in, he sees that the worm kind of vibrates to the side, and he kind of misses that last slash. I will taste your flesh!
So as you do this flurry of slashes right at this thing, next to all of this the red that was in between the carapaces starts spurting out at you. It's all these flashes of heat, and you take 29 fire.
29 fire
from the 4 different slashes.
I am resistant to fire damage,
so you will take half of that 29.
Okay.
And now it's this worm's turn. It's going to attempt to bite at you.
And it will.
We'll see.
I hope not.
That's a 21 to hit.
That hits.
I need a dex save.
That is going to be a 16 plus 6.
So, it bites you as it looks like it's trying to swallow you whole, but you still get hit. You scrape from the bite as you are going to take a lot. So 16 fire cut in half to 8 fire plus 36 piercing. So you took 44 altogether.
44 altogether.
As this thing, this large hulking large worm, as you could feel the heat. Even though you're resistant heat, this thing is molten hot on the inside. As it would not then be Knight and King's turn.
I will go before him.
Okay.
I will cast Shield of Faith on myself with my bonus action.
Okay.
And then I will use my main action to reach behind Pawn's collar.
Uh-huh.
And I pull out a tiny silver whistle. And I'm going to cast Faithful Hound.
Okay.
It's a duration of 8 hours. I conjure an invisible watchdog that stands guard and attacks trespassers. You conjure a phantom watchdog in an unoccupied space that you can see within range, where it remains for the duration until you dismiss it as an action or until you move more than 100 feet away from it.
Mm-hmm.
The hound is invisible to all creatures except you and can't be harmed.
Okay.
When a small or larger creature comes within 30 feet of me, or 30 feet of it without first speaking the password that I specifically say,
Right.
when I cast a spell, the hound starts barking loudly. The hound sees invisible creatures and can see into the ethereal plane. It ignores illusions, and at the start of each of my turns, the hound attempts to bite one creature within 5 feet of it that is hostile to me. The hound's attack bonus is equal to the spellcasting ability modifier plus my PB. On a hit, it deals 4d8 piercing damage.
Okay. Where are you placing your hound?
Right up on that worm.
Okay, then we'd be going to King. King is surrounded by these 3 orcs. King is going to pull out his longsword and then just start swinging. He is going to spend a bonus action to do his wind-up attack. And he would hit with his first attack. Okay, so he's going to throw a stunt on it, which is Cheap Shot, which when you successfully hit a target with a melee weapon, which you just did, as a part of that attack action, he can immediately make an unarmed strike. And that would hit. And then he has 2 more attacks. As they would both. So, after King does all his attacks and his Cheap Shot, he collectively did 43 damage, as you see that he, he like stabs into one of the orcs. He goes and like cracks their head on the other one, snapping their neck as he spins around and does 2 slashes at one as the one's on the ground, breathing really, really heavy. So he got 1 orc out of the 3 that are surrounding him, and then the 2 that are surrounding him are going to take attacks on King, as they would both hit, and then the other guy, 1 would miss. So that is King. Ooh. King would take 26 from 3 strikes. As King is then being surrounded by these 3 orcs, as then the orc on top of the you see the orc on top of this monstrous worm. Looks like they do this horn. They hit this horn that you can hear, this like Viking horn that you hear all out go roar, as you see like all these orcs' eyes become like bloodshot, and you can see it looks like almost whatever this tune did made all these orcs stronger. As you see him hop off this creature, as he's going to take 3 strikes right at Bishop. So that is a 19 for the first hit.
Okay.
That is a 18 for the second. And then that is a 16 for the third.
He would hit with all 3.
Okay. So you see him as he has a long sword in one hand and then this like skull club in the other. As you take 49 HP.
49.
As he does this flurry of slashes, as that he finishes off with his club in his left hand and smacks you in the head, as you get pushed to the ground from all the hitting.
Brother, no.
As you see, how much HP is your at, Bishop?
I am at 7 HP, but as a stubborn dwarf, I stand back up.
As you are standing back up, as you're looking over this hulking orc, as this worm-like, caterpillar-like creature is like over it, as they're both just right on top of you. As it looks like this creature, you can see its body glowing almost like it's going to expel something, almost like shoot you with lava. As all this is happening, you are using this hound knights, you're casting these spells. King is getting overrun by these orcs. You guys then see this beam of what looks like lightning, just this lightning arc that happens from the wall, and it go as you see it strikes right in the like belly of this creature as it slams this orc to the side and starts hitting all the other orcs surrounding King as this large spark crashes into the wall into this creature. As you guys see what looks like this large azul enamel dragon, you see it with a large bite into this creature as everything gets surrounded by this molten. As it all collapses, all these orcs, there's chaos going on. Then this dragon starts forming down. As you see, it is what looks like this enamel dragon in front of you guys. As it looks like the orcs are now retreating into the cave. As you see this enamel dragon, they look large. It looks like they have a bunch of battle scars on them. You see that he like spits out essentially some lava. He's like, I thought I was done with those things. As you see him wipe his face. Well, let me just first say thank you for saving my wife. My name is Nox Tempest. And that's where I'll end the session.
Sheesh.
Dom.
Callback to a callback.
We had it, bro.
Yeah, we had it.
We were baiting them.
With your 7 HP, you were baiting them?
We were baiting them, Chappie style.
Big Chappie style.
Do you guys actually know what the creature was? Did you like gather what the creature was?
A worm.
Well, what kind of worm?
A hot one. A flaming hot worm.
Well, at first, when you explained it, I thought it was just a regular purple worm. And then you started describing more of like the fire stuff and stuff like that. And then I was just like, I'm not sure. And then I thought of what you call it, I don't know, I can't remember the name, the shit that you made up that even though
I didn't make it.
Even though I know it's a thing, like I think of it now as the shit you made up because Chappie said you made it up.
Oh yeah, I remember that. The thing you made up.
But that's what I thought.
Correct. A remoraz.
A remoraz.
Yes.
Got it.
You know, the shit you made up.
Yeah.
I just thought it'd be a fun little callback because
dude, there's a lot. There's callback on callback on callback.
Yeah, callback on callback on callback.
I was right.
Yeah. Well, hope you guys are ready for part 2. We will be ready for part 2. We had some technical hiccups, and we can talk about those technical hiccups in Late Night Traffic. Hey guys, check out our Patreon, Clash of Crits per usual, which is the show after the show where we talk about the show. We got Late Night Traffic. We even got dungeon discussions, and we even got a Patreon exclusive campaign called Warcocks. You should really check it out. We would really appreciate the support. But before we say goodbye, plugs. Does anyone have them?
You can follow your boy Chappie on the X at Chappie_COK. I would also like to spearhead the Drop It Is a Bitch movement. Since usually it is me being the one who's chastised and drugged through the mud. It's your time, buddy. And you're a bitch. Little sicky ass boy bitch.
Yeah.
On him.
What he said.
Got him. Can't defend yourself.
Yeah.
You
got his
target
ass.
on your head.
Big bitch.
On your body.
Big bitch.
Ooh. Talk to him.
You can follow me at OSOKUMA_COK. Also follow Clash of Crits. That's Clash_of_crits with a K.
Sheesh.
And drop a bitch.
Bitch.
And my name is C.O.K. You can follow me at XYCH0 C.O.K. I also like to plug in Hybrid Punk to do some of the music that we play, and Shinovis does our theme song. That being said, I believe that is everything. So we will see you in traffic. And Droppa is a bitch. Bye.
Bye.
This was a Clash of Crits podcast. Theme song done by Shinovis, with additional music done by Hybrid Punk. If you enjoyed our show, please give us a rating. See you in the next episode.